What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is ZacNovak and this is ZacNovak Plays Games, or Big ZacNovak. In today's video, well, you've probably seen it everywhere from multiple YouTubers from pretty much a lot of different sources, and mainly Reddit at the moment is kind of blowing up because of it. Well, it is actually how to get into the raid, which actually isn't even live at the moment, and get a little bit of loot from said raid. So, I'm going to walk you through it, roll the intros, let's get straight into the video, and I do hope you enjoy. Alrighty, now to get into this new raid, it is a bunch of out of map glitching and stuff like that, and it does really kind of require one thing. That being actually the Dreaming City. If you have not got the Dreaming City, then unlock said Dreaming City and finally get here and actually follow this route after you have done said story mission in itself and have completed the campaign, because this doesn't really require so much as like spoilers or anything like that, but there are a few things ahead to actually kind of follow. But first off, when you get to this area and you come into the cave, pick up this little, or come over here and put in this little thing here, and then get confused because you don't know what to do next. That actually isn't part of it, but from this point here, you can actually jump down to this tree. Now this tree in itself is pretty cool because it allows you to, stand on a tree and be with nature and get up into this little hole that allows you to get out of the map. When you have a sword on, it does make it a little bit easier to actually get out of said map. But yeah, I will actually have to apologize that all these clips are kind of cut up. I was doing it on my Xbox, wasn't actually at home, but yeah. I do actually have to say that if I did have the Elgato, it would be a little bit better, but I didn't want to actually, have to go all the way home, do all this stuff, and then come all the way back in. Anyway, once you have gotten to this point, simply, if you are a warlock, jump out and use your actual super with Icarus Dash to fly up. If you are a hunter or huntress, you can do that jump pretty easy. And if you're a titan, you need pretty much the line rampant because it is kind of one of the only ways to actually do it. Once you get to that point though, jump off and fly over to here. There is a little ledge sticking out. Land on said ledge and then jump around the corner. Keep flying until you get to the corner of this actual little, area, and you'll fall down and actually spawn into the Devalian Mists once again. From here though, pretty much just turn around and run the opposite direction. Once you actually are running opposite direction, you can actually see you're pretty much on nothing, and a lot of this stuff looks pretty cool. From this point, simply turn around till you can see this big open square area and run towards it. Simply when you get almost to the end of the shadow, jump and fly, because if you touch the ground you will actually die, which kind of sucks. But, well, that part you don't actually die at for some reason, which I forgot about. Anyway, keep going. From this spot, you're going to jump up onto this little secondary ledge and yeah, just be kind of safe. Then jump from here up into the area where there is some stairs. Now head on over to where these stairs actually are, and there is this little bit of a ledge. Jump up and fly onto said ledge. Jump out and fly completely around this pillar, and if you are a warlock, use Icarus Dash to get across because it is a little bit challenging with standard flight. Lion Rampant can do it with ease, and hunters, yeah, easy as well. Jump up onto this little invisible ledge, and then you're gonna have to jump out and around, and if you are a warlock, Icarus Dash yourself up with your super into this area. Now once you are up in this area, there is a little bit of a ledge that you can kind of stand on and jump up a little bit higher. From here, you have to kind of finagle and wiggle your way into the actual, next area. You have to kind of drop down, and there is this little bit of a gap where it does actually spawn you into, yeah, there you go, it spawns you into a new area. It says loading, and once it has actually spawned, you can simply go back down the hole that you came up, and it'll be a new rocky area. This rocky area in itself is, well, pretty cool. It's under the map. Simply walk up to the edge of the top of the actual, ramp kind of thing, and then fall down, completely falling to the bottom without actually hitting the ground. You're gonna have to fly just so you get to this ledge, and then turn around, and there is a ledge on the other side of this thing. Simply run and jump. If you are a warlock, use your Icarus Dash once again, just so you can get yourself across. So just in case, warlock and titan, hunter and titan, you got it with ease. Jump up onto this next rock, and then from here simply jump all the way out and keep flying as far as you actually can. Get around that point of a rock, and you're actually safe because you'll land on this area and it's perfectly fine. Keep running all the way around, and there is this, well, a little bit of a path you have to kind of jump up and around. And once you actually do get up on this little area, just keep following it all the way around until you actually see a point where the sun appears. Then you're pretty much clear. You can actually kind of jump up onto the rocks and stuff like that. I did actually use that as a way to actually tell where I was. But yeah, at this point I did actually think you were going to fall, so I did kind of fly before. But yeah, you can just literally walk up to this rock, jump up on top of it, simply fly up onto it, turn to your left, jump up onto another rock, and then keep following this jumping path up, which in itself there is well, a really clear path. And honestly, Bungie, if this was something in here where you knew people are going to kind of go out of the map, and you guys kind of put this stuff here simply for these people that are going out of the map, and I honestly have to say, this is a really cool tease for the raid. This is really freaking hype. Simply for the fact of, like, as you can see, there is just really a lot of steps and a lot of things you can kind of climb up on. I was having a little bit of trouble here though, and as me being a warlock and getting a little bit frustrated, I decided to just use my super and Icarus dash all the way up the rocks, just because, well, that's easy and it's really something warlocks can do because we're warlocks and we're not really constrained by the gravity of little constraints. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, from this little top point, what you're gonna have to do is follow over in this direction. There is a giant square little thingy here. Jump onto that, keep following it over, and then there is this little platform that you can actually see, which is out of the map but is somehow also inside of the map. So Bungie, yeah, pretty sure you guys, someone at Bungie had to have put in this here because it's too obvious. It's one of these things where if you are a person that likes to get out of the map and you literally just follow things along where you think there are jumping puzzles, then yeah, I mean, I did it a lot in D1. I'm trying to do it a little bit in D2, not as good as I was in D1, I'll say. I'm slightly worse because I don't really look for glitches. I've just been enjoying the beauty of this freaking game. And oh my god, I'm freaking hype, honestly. There is just so much to do in the DLC that we've got available. Sorry I haven't actually been posting videos. I've just been caught up in the, I don't know, whirlwind of the game. Once you've gotten to this bridge, simply take a chance to actually stroke your chicken. Just stroke your chicken. And then keep going. Just because, well, why not? You have to have that break. But anyway, there is this ledge right here. As soon as you jump off the side of the bridge, walk into this little area and bing, bam, boom, it loads you back into a brand new area. This area being the first spine. There we go. The first spire, not the first spine. I don't know what I'm talking about. Spine because I thought Ahamkara. Anyway, this place, it's amazing. Like, this is beautiful. Honestly, I was not really expecting, I don't know, I wasn't expecting this. I was kind of expecting maybe like, yeah, a city floating in the clouds, but nothing this actual picturesque. I can't even speak English sometimes. Not much sleep. Anyway, jump onto this bridge where this little lattice work is and follow the lattice work across until you get to this point, and then look down because there is a ledge again where Bungie most likely has put said ledge. If you just keep walking that ledge, then you drop down. When you get to said ledge, you can kind of land on it, or you can just keep going down because there is another ledge which has loot on it. So yeah, this chest, is it in the map? Is it outside the map? Is it just something that we have to kind of see? Because you will see a little bit later. Actually, I won't really spoil it as now. Well, actually, let's just spoil it because you guys are probably going to watch it anyway. I get a cool helmet, which is cool. I like it. There is a bit of lore, which you guys can check it out. Hood of the Great Hunt. I don't have to say, it has some pretty cool lore aspects to it, but this chest in itself, I do say it's inside but outside the map simply because, well, that bridge that we were on before, yeah, I don't think we get to actually go on that bridge until we've officially, quote unquote, opened the raid. Now in itself, I think there is a fair few different things you have to actually do to open the raid, and there is quite a few different puzzles, and yeah, one of those puzzles being, I think, gifts for cats or hieroglyphics or something like that, because I found cats and I found hieroglyphics, and yeah, just I'll let the video play in the background and I'll keep babbling because so far I've actually been searching around this area for just over 14 hours now, and I will say I'm still confused because there is just more and more and more that I've actually discovered. At the moment, I've now figured that there is a arc charge, not an arc charge, there is a charge thing somewhere in the actual, like, the end part of the map. You'll see it at a certain point, but I'll let it keep playing in the background while I talk, because I just have to say this raid in itself, if this is actually the start of the raid, it's crazy. It's literally just jumping puzzles that aren't actually even really shown off as jumping puzzles. Like this, as you can see, this is a jumping puzzle, and it leads up to this little cave, which if you walk inside, it's purple and cool, and get to the end, there's cats, and there's this hieroglyphics thing that's got a bunch of different icons with snakes and birds and a bunch of other things which look oracle eyes, and I don't know what. But yeah, there's these cats. You can't break them, they're ceramic. They kind of look like the cats you find out in the actual open world where you can get some loot. So whether that'll be for a chest, whether that's to actually open the raid, whether that's just an instance that you can find something cool, I don't know. I really cannot tell you. But what I can tell you is this place is fantastically beautiful. There is, I think, 9 that I've counted so far, 9 actual celestial areas, and I call them celestial areas because, well, they've got kind of celestial mounts and founts and things like that. Like this spot here, it's a map kind of thing, and then it's got the galaxies above it, and different actual, yeah, I don't know. This place is just really, really freaking cool, and as soon as I got to this point, I was like, this is kind of awesome. I like the view, I like that kind of stuff. I turned around and I was like, okay. This looks interesting. It reminds me of what we actually got to see in D1 with, you know, the speaker. And so whether this has something to do with the speaker, the Ahamkara, the Traveler, the Awoken, I cannot really say. What I can say, this place is fucking amazing. Sorry for the French, but yeah, this place is just really, 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 really freaking cool. And I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna go back on. Great, I've been returned to orbit. Just realized that, looked over at the TV, been returned to orbit, so gonna have to go through and glitch back into the raid to have a look at more secrets and more stuff. Hopefully I can find some more things about this place out in the future. If I do, I'll let you know in videos. Otherwise, we'll kind of just see it when it does go live with the raid. Whether or not this is actually an instance for the raid or it's just something else, but yeah, I did notice that most of that was actually invisible except for the purple platforms, so that's probably got something to do with it. This kind of platform thing here, which it's got 2 celestial beings, well, it's got 1 sun followed by 2 celestial beings, it is then followed by a 3rd. I'm not sure what this place is, whether it's got anything to do with anything, or if this place in itself actually is the raid. I do apologize for spoiling it. I do apologize for Bungie for actually, you know, glitching outside the map, but it was just too good. It was everywhere over Reddit. So many people were talking about it, and it's just too good of a coincidence to simply say, well, people have only just discovered this, and Bungo was probably just like, yeah, we knew they would. We knew they'd find something. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like down below, leave a comment, let me know, did you actually glitch into this place? What you actually got from the chest, because potentially you can get, well, anything from the raid, I'm guessing. So yeah, that could be cool. Let me know once again in the comment section. Go ahead and open that chest, get the loot. Is it anything cool? Is it anything worth it? Is this place just the most beautiful, crazy looking place you've actually seen with the most confusing things? Yeah, if it is, leave a comment. Do all that good stuff, and I'll be cheering like Kieran. Wait, that's not right. Leave a like, leave a comment, do all that good stuff, and I'll be cheering like Kieran. He was said cheering. But until next time, this is ZacNovak, signing off from, I think, somewhere in the raid. Until a video later, which will probably have some more stuff about the raid. Anyway, until then, this is ZacNovak, signing off. Peace out.